Hello dear friends. In this session we are going to understand how can we insert record into MS Access database using chash.net. So here is the example that we are going to understand. We will create a book table in MS Access. In that a title, author, publication, price and quantity will be the column, and once we click on the save, the record will be saved into MS Access database. We will perform some validation for getting price and quantity, so that only the number will be accepted into this price and quantity text box. So let's understand how can we write such simple program in chash.net. First we'll create a database, MS Access database, and then we'll design a form for that, and then we'll write a code for this. Okay, so I'm going to create MS Access database. So I'm searching for MS Access in my machine. So I'm going to create a blank desktop database. I'm giving the name to this database as library, and the location that I want to create on D drive, I'm going to click on create. Once that, a table will be added in this database. You only have to right click on the table and select the design view. So you have to specify the name of the table as book. Then you can specify the column to the table. The default column ID will be added automatically there. If you don't want that column, you can delete it. So I'm keeping that ID table. The data type of this table is auto number, means the ID column will automatically increase. The values of the ID column will be increased automatically from 1. Then I'm going to specify the title as the first column. Then I'm going to specify the second column as author. Then publication as the third column. Then price as the fourth column and quantity as the fifth column. Right, in this way we can create the table. Here I am specifying the data type to price and quantity column as number. After that I am going to click on save, and I am going to close the table. So if I open the table, I can get the views like this. So we are going to insert some record into this table from our C# application. So first I'm going to close this MS Access, and then I'm going to open the Visual Studio. Here Visual Studio is already opened in this machine. I'm going to create a new project. So I'm choosing the Windows Form application in C#. So I'm specifying the project name as Book Entry Demo App. Then I'm going to click on Create. Once that, a form will be added in this project. So first I want to change the title of this form as Book Entry. So I'm specifying here Book Entry. Then I want to specify one label here as Book Entry. So I'm getting the label from Toolbox and specifying the text as Book Entry. Then again I'm going to copy this same label and adding here. I'm changing the text to the second label as title, and before that title label I'm going to add one text box so that user will be able to add the title into this text box. Again I'm making the copy of this label and text box for getting the author. So I'm changing the text of second label as author. Again I'm making the copy of same label and text box and changing the text of third label as publication. Similar to that, again I am making the copy of same label and text box and changing the text of fourth label as price. And similarly, for getting quantity of the book, I am making the copy of the same label and text box again and specifying the text to the next label as quantity, right? So after that I want to design one button so that user will able to click on the button to save the record. So I am taking the button here and specifying the text on that button is saved, right? So I'm going to increase the font of all this control that is designed. So I'm choosing the font property and using the bold and size tool. So our basic user interface is now ready. So now we can write some code to save the data into database. So for that, for making connection to the database, I'm going to add the new class in my project for establishing connection on my project, and that connection will be available to all the forms that I'm going to add into this project. So for that I'm going to add one class. How can we add the class? You have to right click on the project in Solution Explorer window, then choose add and then choose class. Then I'm specifying the class name as connection. Then I'm going to click on add button. So after that a class will be added here. So in that class I'm going to establish a connection to database. So for establishing connection to the database, I need to import the package namespace as system.data.oldb for making connection to MS Access database. And inside this class I'm going to write one static function which returns the object of OLDB connection. The name of the function that I am going to specify is getConnection. So this function will return the OLDB connection. So I am going to create the object of OLDB connection here, and I am going to initialize the connection. To the constructor of this object, we need to pass the connection string, in which the path of the database will be there and the version of the database will be there. So how can we specify the provider here? I am going to return the connection here. So connection string we can find while adding the database in your project. So for adding the database in our project, we can move toward the tools menu. Then we can choose the connect to database. Once that, a dialog will appear in which you have to select the data source as MS Access database file, and you have to choose the file name by using the browse button. So here you have to choose the database. Recently we have created the database on D drive. The name of the database is library. I am choosing that database here. So I am testing the database connection by using test connection. It says that the test connection is succeeded. So after that I am going to click on this advanced button, and we can find here the connection string. So I am going to copy this connection string from here, simply using Ctrl C for making copy of this connection string, and after that I am going to click on OK. Here you have to click on OK. Once that, a database connection will be added in your project, that is shown in the Server Explorer. When I expand the Server Explorer and expand the library.accdb, I will find the tables in that. So here is the table that we have created. Okay. So to this table we want to insert some record. So whatever the connection string that we have copied, I am going to paste the connection string here. So before that I need to use the @ symbol, because escape sequence characters, to escape the character sequence or to specify the path in C#, we need to use $/d:\/ So instead of specifying the $/ here, I'm using the @ here. So after this, I can return the connection. Here the connection I have written. So then I can move toward the formed design. On the form load event, I need to establish a connection. I need to call the function get connection, that is declaring connection class. So I'm moving toward the form design. So I'm double clicking on the form. I can find here the form load event. So before that, I'm going to import the system.data.oldb for establishing connection or for creating the object of OLDB class. So again, I'm going to create the object of OLDB class here, and to this object I'm going to initialize connection is equal to, I have created a connection class, so I'm accessing the static function in that. Get connection is a function, so this function will return the connection and the connection will be there in CON. Now we can insert the record into the table by using the OLDB command object. So for that I'm going to create the OLDB command. So then I need to initialize the command. I can initialize the OLDB command like this. Once I initialize, I need to specify the connection to this command. So using connection property, we can specify the connection. The connection is now is CON, and then connection must be open. So I'm opening the connection using the open function. So this is the code that we need to write for executing or firing any command on database. So when to fire the command? When user click on that save button, we need to fire the command on database. The command which will be there is insert into. So here I am writing cmd.command text is equal to. So here is the insert query. I need to write insert into book is the name of table, and in which I need to enter the value for title column, then value for author column, then the value for publication column, then value for the price column and quantity column. So values that I need to specify inside the values bracket. So how can we specify the values here? If the value is a text value, then I can specify in single quote title, and then I am going to specify in single quote author, that I am going to specify in single quote, publication is again single quote, and then price something like that, and the quantity something like that I can specify here. So instead of specifying this static value, we need to specify the value that is entered by user on text box. So we need to concat those value here. So how can I concat those value here? So inside this single quote, I can concat the value of text box 1 by simply writing double quote, inside that plus plus, and inside that text box 1 dot text, right? So through this I can concatenate the values entered by user into the text box 1. Similar to that, into the second single quote, I need to concatenate the value of second text box. So I am writing here text box 2 dot text. Similar to that, the third single quote, again I am concatenating the value of third text box. So I am writing here text box 3 dot text, and instead of price 34, I need to concatenate the value of fourth text box. So I am directly writing here text box 4 dot text. Similar to that, to the last column, I need to enter the value of quantity. So again, I am concatenating the value of quantity that is entered by user in last text box, that is text box 5. So in this way, I can concatenate all the values that is entered by user on text box. So after this, I am going to execute the command. So for that, there is an execute non-query function. This function returns how many record that is inserted by this query. I can get the result of this function into A, and now I can check the value of A. If the value of A is greater than 0, it means there are some record that is inserted into the database. So for this, I am going to display the message record is inserted. And if there is problem in insertion, I need to specify some message to user. In else block, I am specifying the message here as problem in insertion. Insertion, problem in insertion. I need to specify the message like this, right? So we can test for the form whether it working or not. So I'm going to click on the start. So once I click on start, a form will be open. Here I can specify the title, C programming I want to insert, then Kanetkar as the author name, BPB publication, and price as suppose 450 and quantity is suppose 5. So once I click on save, it will display the message record is inserted. It means whatever the value that we have inserted into this text box is inserted into a database. We can check whether the values is inserted or not using the server explorer. When we right click on the book table and when you select the retrieve data, you can find the record that is inserted into this table. So in this way we can insert a simple record into the table. Now we'll move towards the validation part. We want to check whether number is inserted into this price and quantity, or only user will able to insert the digits into this price and quantity. So how can we restrict the restrict to user that user will enter only the digits into this price and quantity? So for that, I am going to click on this price text box and moving toward the event. So I need to use the key press event for that. When user enters some key into this price, I need to check which key is inserted, which key is pressed. If the key that is required is pressed, then I want to accept the key, or then I want to reject the key. The key is not the key that is required into this text box. If the numeric key is used, then I need to accept the key, or other keys I need to ignore. So for that, I'm going to use the key press event. So once I added the key press event, simply you have to double click on the key press event in front of key press. You have to double click here so that a text box for key press event will be added. So I'm moving toward the key press event and I'm checking here if character dot is digit a dot key character. It means whatever the key that we have entered into this text box, the key is there in e object. We can get that key using e.get character property, and this value that we are specifying to this is digit function. This is digit function will check whether this is not a digit. If this is not a digit and this is not a control key, means cursor movement key, backspace key. If this is not a cursor movement key and backspace and digit, we want to ignore that key. So again I'm writing the code for this. Is control character dot is control, then e dot key character. If this is the case, if key is not a digit and key is not a control key, then I want to ignore the keys. So how can I ignore the key? I want to handle the keys. So we can handle the key by specifying the property e dot handle equal to true. So it means that key will not be displayed into the text box. Let's see whether it is working or not. So when I try to enter something into this price, I'm trying to enter alphabet numeric character into this, but the character key is not accepted. Only the digit will be accepted into this text box. Point value is not will not be accepted because we have not written the condition for that. If you want to accept the point key, the arrow keys will be accepted here, backspace key will be accepted here, and only the numeric key will be accepted. No other key will be accepted into this text box. If you want to accept the decimal point, so you have to concatenate one more condition to this. So condition will be e dot key character is not equal to dot. The character that we have entered is not equal to that dot, or is not a control key, or is not a digit, then we simply have to ignore the keys that is entered by user. So now you can check the dot will be accepted into this text box, a point will be accepted into this text box. No other key will be accepted here. Similarly, you can write the code for quantity to accept only digits, ignore the point. If you want to accept only digits, then you can write the similar code for this quantity. So again I'm moving toward the design window, selecting the quantity text box and moving toward the property window, choosing the event. Then I need to write the key press event again. So I am searching for the key press event, double clicking on the key press event. The key press event will be added here. So same code I am going to copy to this text box. Only I don't want to accept the point here. So I am deleting this part. So you can check that whether only digit will be accepted into this text box, only backspace key and cursor tool control key will be accepted, no other key will be accepted into this text box. So in this way we can make some validations. So for checking the text values, whether the title is inserted, author is inserted, you can simply write some condition that text box 1.text is not equal to blank, like this. Okay. So this is the simple validation that we can perform for numeric values. So I hope you understand how can we insert the record into database and how can we perform some validation into validation on C#.NET. Okay, thank you.